So if you're a seller or a buyer, and hopefully you've negotiated a letter of intent or an offer, and maybe you're questioning what's next? What happens once you've accepted an offer? It's due diligence. The due diligence phase is really about the seller providing more information to the buyer so that the buyer can feel really comfortable and ready to make that purchase, but also to run and operate the firm after sale. So typically, the due diligence process is broken up into a couple different areas. The first and foremost, coordinating any lender, funding, financial lending with a bank or otherwise that needs to happen. That's kind of priority. If the buyer is going to use a lender to acquire, you need to make sure that lender has all the information, and that's going to come from seller and it's going to come from buyer. The second area is financial and operational information with the firm. The buyer needs to know everything about the firm in order to take it over and in order to feel comfortable about their purchase. So seller sharing, employee records, financial records, accounts receivable, everything else along the line that the buyer feels they need to feel comfortable about continuing forward in the acquisition. The third phase is really the legal agreements. Getting the legal agreements, having the right transactional attorneys. If you need one, we have trusted partners to help you. But having the right transactional attorneys to advise and get those agreements in place that work for the deal, work for both sides, and make sure that everything is included. And the fourth phase is really making sure that the transition plan is agreed to and discussed prior to close. What's the announcement going to be? When are you going to tell employees? How are you going to tell clients? What's the firm name going to be? Is it going to stay the same? Is it going to change? What's the seller's role and responsibilities post-sale? All of those are part of the transition plan. Due diligence is about making sure you have open communication and accountability. Meet once a week as buyer and seller to exchange these questions, the information, everything else, and keep the process moving. And bring in help. We're here to help. There's other good advisors like attorneys, CPAs that you may need help from as well. Don't be afraid to ask for help. And again, if you accomplish this, it's just part of the planning process and can be achieved successfully and efficiently. Thanks so much.